Welcome everybody to another YouTube video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over some of my first impressions of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. I'm going to be sharing my honest and open feedback on the game, what I think of it up to this point, and pretty much just letting you know how I've been perceiving it. And if we could start this video off by getting 10 likes on it, that would be phenomenal. If you aren't following me on my social medias, please drop a follow. It's Easy Media on every social media. And I also stream pretty much every night on Twitch at twitch.tv/easymedia. So without further ado, let's jump into the video.
Bravo secure. Ready for use. Enemy.
Hit marker, I would have probably hit. Yeah, I would have hit.
Hostile spy plane established.
Go.
Taking C. Got contact.
Shit.
Bravo secure. Lost. Contact run. Hard point locked down. Incoming stun grenade.
So all in all, my initial first impression of Black Ops Cold War is really a good one. We're going from the beta to now is kind of hard to gauge because the game changed a lot from the alpha to the beta to what we got on the first day of launch to even to now has changed quite a bit. The gameplay is solid, and it was solid throughout the beta, the alpha, and even to now, but it feels really good and smooth. I must admit that sniping on the beta did feel much better. The damage, the ADS speed on the snipers, pretty much everything felt much better on the beta and alpha compared to what we have now. I'd like to see Treyarch maybe implement some changes over the coming weeks and months that would address these issues, maybe even adding in some new snipers that would give us some variety of guns to use, as we only have the 3. Adding in new snipers would maybe give us new attachments even that would allow for faster ADS speeds, which most of the community is having an issue with. Me personally, I don't see the scope in speed or ADS time as much of an issue. For me, the bigger issue is the hit markers and the damage. I know in other Call of Duty games, there's pretty much always been a one-hit kill if it's in the arms and chest or upper body or head, obviously. But this is the first COD where I've ever seen it really prevalent that if you hit them in the arms or really anywhere below like the upper body up, you're not going to get the one shot like usual. And it's definitely been something that I've had to get used to. In saying that, getting used to sniping on this game is a lot of fun and almost as reminiscent of the Black Ops days, the original Call of Duty Black Ops days. If you remember when that game first came out, the sniping on that game was atrocious. Your scope did this like jiggle thing when you scoped it. It was awful. It was terrible. Over time, we adapted and got used to it, and I believe it eventually even got patched to make it a little bit more normal and how they intended it to actually be. Now, if that's the same way Treyarch handles this situation is yet to be seen, but it would be nice to see if maybe in the future the sniping community and snipers in general just get some overall love. So far, I don't really have too many big gripes with the game. The biggest thing is the maps, or more so the lack thereof. There's like 5 maps in the game, and it's really, it makes it hard to just play hours and hours of the game when 40% of your maps are Moscow, you know, or you're playing like the same map repetitively. Don't get me wrong, I think they're decently made maps, and the lanes feel a little bit more like a Call of Duty map than Modern Warfare maps did per se. I just think they could benefit from having more maps. Another big thing to me that I don't see many people talking about, and maybe it's just because I'm a little bitch about it, but the time to kill. I feel like even though in this game the time to kill has been extended, meaning it is obviously takes longer and more damage to kill somebody, I think that it for me doesn't feel much different from how Modern Warfare did. And I say that because I run into these moments all the time where I slightly peek around the corner and then peek back, and as I'm peeking back, I get lasered right as I'm peeking back, or I'm behind a bin and I peek up, and as soon as I peek up, as I'm peeking back down, I get lasered in that like half a second. I think desync probably does have a lot to do with that. And I'm not gonna say there's not quite a bit of desync in this game, because there is desync for days in this game, but I think that's like my biggest problem outside of the maps, is just the overall time to kill. And obviously the snipers being nerfed from the beta and whatnot is a pretty big gripe, but we will adapt and overcome to that. Now, some of my favorite things about this game, some of the things that really just keep me coming back and give me that itch to just keep playing it, sort of like some of the older CODs, is some things like the potential to just hit clips. I'm noticing on this game, people play a lot differently than how they did on Modern Warfare. People were very, how do I say it, campy. Find a good building to sit in, get a few kills, and they wouldn't see a reason to leave. Can't say I blame them. It was the way the game was made and designed. That's how it was almost intended to be played for them. I think this game, the way it encourages people to move around a little bit, even having support streaks as opposed to kill streaks, I think is greatly helping people not feel like they need to camp to achieve those kill streaks, whereas they would in other games. I also really like the movement in the game. I think the movement on this game is perfect. I think the movement on Modern Warfare felt like a little too much, especially with the tactical sprint ability, and even the slide felt like almost too much of a slide. In this game, it's almost perfect. The speed of the slide, the length of the slide, and the ability to do things during the slide, and what's limited, I think is perfect. And lastly, one of my favorite things about this game is genuinely it gives me that Black Ops 1, original Black Ops, and Black Ops 2 feeling like it did back in the day. Maybe it's the boots on the ground from a Black Ops series. Maybe it's just the way the guns and the bullets register. It's something about it. It gives me that Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2 feeling. If you've been around my community for a while, you know that especially Black Ops 2 was not only one of my best games clip-wise, skill-wise, personally, but it was definitely my favorite Call of Duty of all time. I really hope you guys enjoyed my first impressions of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. This game is something that I could see myself playing for quite some time, at least until the next COD comes out. Between multiplayer, zombies, and even the new Battle Royale, Warzone mode that's going to be coming in, this game really could stand the test of time. Again, thank you guys for watching the video. I'm going to go ahead and end it here, but if you aren't already, make sure you're following me on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch, as well as subscribe to me here if you aren't already. And be looking forward to my first impressions of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Zombies coming later next week. Thank you guys, and as always, take it easy.